Hi, this is Sophie Andrell. I promised a friend of mine I would create a 101 Twitter just to help her staff create Twitter accounts. So I thought since I'm doing that, I may as well create a video. So here you go. So Twitter 101, just simply, this tutorial is simply how you log on to Twitter and create your Twitter account. So we want to go to twitter.com and then click on create an account. So twitter.com, create an account, this is what comes up. So we're new to Twitter in this case. So we want to put in the full name. In this case, I'm going to create an account for something called Rotary Wheels for Learning. And see, it's running out of room. So you got to be clever on everything you do in Twitter, because everything in Twitter's got less characters than you might imagine. So Wheels for Learning, that's got enough. And then the email, I just happened to create a Gmail account for them. So I'll put that in here, and I called it Wheels for Learning, very clever. And then I'm going to create a password for them. I'm not going to share that with you. I'll just figure out what it is in my head right now. And I'm going to sign up. So here I'm signing up, so I've got a full name. Okay, so now we get to this area here. What you need to fill in is, this is your full name. This will show up next to the logo you choose for your name. So you can change this later, but you have limited characters, so Wheels for Learning fits in here. This is your email address. This is where they'll send you information, confirmations. If you want to be notified about information, this is where they'll send you notifications. Password, make sure that you save your password somewhere, write it down somewhere. And now this is important. This is your username. This is your handle. This is how people will mention you. This is how people, this is what you'll put on your advertisement, on your marketing. So this is unique to you. No one else can have this. So Wheels for Learning happens to be available. That's fantastic. So if I happen to just put in, for example, Wheels, it'll say invalid, says, oh, it's already taken, so you can't use Wheels. But Wheels for Learning happens to be free. So that's fantastic, and that's the one we wanted anyhow. So I'm going to create my account. So you can click this if you want your computer to stay signed in. You can tailor your tweets based on the sites you visit. So it's going to put a cookie on your computer, and it's going to look at what sites you visit, and then it's going to tailor information. When it tells you you may want to follow these guys, it'll be based on what you've gone in searching for. I'm going to unclick that because I obviously manage a number of clients, and it won't make any sense if I have that there for these guys. So I'm going to create the account. So there we go. So now what happens when you first create an account, it says, let's get started. Wheels for Learning, let's get started. So you have to click on next. And you have to follow about 5 different people who are already tweeting in order to continue. So CNN is good. I'm going to look for Rotary, because this is a Rotary Rotary Wheels for Learning is a Rotary initiative. They actually go to a number of locations around the world, Cambodia being one of them, and they create bikes, make them, and give them to all sorts of kids who live in villages who otherwise wouldn't be able to get to school. That's why it's called Wheels for Learning. It's a fantastic organization. So we're going to follow Rotary International, of course. Let's see, probably follow, I don't know who all these other guys are. There's a ton of Rotary clubs that, Washago, I think that's where these guys are actually from, so I probably want to follow them. I'll follow PTBO Rotary, that's my Rotary club. There we go. So I probably want to follow polio. There's a Rotary polio that'll come up as well. There we go, and polio now. So that's great. So we follow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to you're going to need to follow 5 to begin with. Why are you following people? Think of it in 2 ways. You follow people that have content that you'll want to share out to those people that follow you. So if you're an expert on dining, you might want to follow some magazines who have fabulous recipes, who are gurus in dining, so you can retweet their information. So you want to follow those who have fabulous content that you might want to retweet. You also want to follow those who are giants in your community. So if you happen to be a local person doing tourism kind of things in a local area, you want to follow those people that care about events in the area and want to know about local events so that they'll retweet your information. So find giants who have a whole bunch of followers who are the kind of followers that might take your information and share it. So those are 2 types of followers that you'll want. I'll probably do End Polio Now, UNICEF. So I've got a number of different groups going on here. So now, great, we've built people we want to follow, see who's there. Let's see. You need to follow 5 more. They do this to you all the time. You got to keep on following until it tells you don't need 5 more. So I'm going to say top, the National, Globe and Mail, alerts, 1 more. Toronto Star. Okay, next. Now finally, at this point, it says find people you may know. You can bring in your contacts, but I like to skip this part and go here. So you just say skip. Notice that down here, that's critical. Now you're finally building your Twitter account. You're building what it looks like. So we can add an image. This is the image that shows up next to all of your tweets. This is critical. So if you don't have a great logo, call my TrentWorks.com team. They'll be glad to create a logo for you. Or put your logo here. Your logo needs to be square, otherwise it cuts it off. It needs to be something that shrinks well. So we created a logo for TrentWorks.com. We created a logo for Rotary Wheels for Learning just the other day. So let's upload that logo. So I'm going to go to, just downloaded it onto my drive, and I think it was called, let's see. So I downloaded it on my laptop, and it's right, well, you can't see it, it's way over here. So this is, I'll bring this one up, and you click on that, click open, and it'll bring the image right here. And then you want to say something intelligent. This is only 160 characters, and you want to say something. This is your tagline. This is what gets people to understand what you do. So I normally suggest whatever you happen to have on Facebook right here as your about is probably what you want to also put on Twitter. Let's see if it fits. That fits perfectly. Wonderful. So we're going to say done. So let's see if it grabs it all for me. So now this is what it looks like. These are everyone that I'm following. I decided who to follow. So when you first go to Twitter, it's going to show you your home. It's showing me that I'm following 12 people, and this is what they've been tweeting about. But I'm not done yet. I want to still continue what I look like. So I uploaded that photo. It often doesn't take right away. So let me show you what you do if it doesn't take right away. There's a couple different things we can do. We can click here to add the avatar, but I prefer to have you click up here on this little down arrow. I want you to click on settings. When you click on settings, what comes up is all of this information. So this is your username. Again, that's important. What you're going to put on the bottom of your business cards is twitter.com/ whatever you chose as your username. Or you can put the little bird sign with your username after it. Again, the username is what we commonly refer to as your handle. So people, if I was going to say something from my Twitter account about Wheels for Learning, I'd say @Wheels for Learning. People click on it, takes them back to their account. You want to check your time zone, because I find often they put you in the wrong time zone. So we're Eastern time zone, so that's fine. Canada, that's great. Do not inform me. I usually don't click these guys, and so that's okay. If I wanted to deactivate my account, this is where I would go, is under Settings, to Account, and I would scroll down to deactivate it. Security and privacy, where I want to take us now is to Profile. Now click on Profile. This is where I want to upload the photo. And again, this is the this would be the icon, the logo that's going to show up. That is going to identify you as a company. You want to choose one and don't change it. Is it you as a human that's talking? So is it your face that's up there, or is it your logo? In this case, it's a logo. So we're going to click on this, and we're going to, you can size it, but I think the size is perfect. This is, again, a logo for Wheels for Learning. Our TrentWorks.com team created it for them. They used the Rotary logo in the front. We went to Rotary International. We got the colors and the standards, and then we wanted it to signify that it was from Canada, and that it was Wheels for Learning. So we love the logo. They love the logo, so we were thrilled. So we can put the logo right there. So that will show up next to all their tweets. It shrinks nicely, so that's perfect. So we put that there. Wheels for Learning, we know where that is. The website, this is where we can go in and put their website. In this case, they happen to have a blog. So I'm going to go up and get the blog URL and put that right here. And location, I'm not sure if we should put location because they're doing work globally. I'm going to leave that as it is. And as you can see, the little blurb that we have as our little, it's not just an elevator pitch because it's only 160 characters. So it's just a little sentence defining who we are, goes right here. So those are the critical elements. Then there's something, let me just save this and show you what it looks like so far.